Did you push the button?
Wait,
Record.
which one?
The record button. That's what you gotta push to start recording. Alright, good. We're rolling. We're rolling, people. We're rolling. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Scott at Scott Doty TV. Thank you so much for checking in today. This is the place to be if you're a parent who wants to be a phenomenal asset to your kid's academic experience. And today, I want to talk to you about a topic that has to do with conformity, okay? And the idea of uniqueness, okay? Now, here's the situation. I once had a student, we're going to call her Denise. Denise struggled a lot in school. Her parents asked me to come and help her with some Spanish and with some science. And then I started working on these topics with her, and I realized that she was doing fine intellectually. There was an emotional something there. Something was off. There was some sort of blockage. And so I said, tell me a little bit more about your family, about your siblings, about your teachers. Is there a dynamic among friends at school? What's happening here that's throwing you off so much? And over time, Denise started opening up and sharing that the real issue was that she felt like she had to become a doctor someday. Her parents were adamant, and they said, this is the way that we do this in this family. You will be a doctor, and that's it. No questions asked. The issue is that highly demotivated her because Denise wanted to be a dancer. And she was really upset about this and didn't know what to do about it. And long story short, I worked through it with her family. Her parents learned to give her a little more room and to give her the option of becoming something other than a doctor. And that simple freedom to choose her own destiny with her parents' support made all the world. Denise started crushing school. She was so much more motivated. She was excited about her future. She had a vision that she could work towards, and she really did. And in fact, the great ending to the story is that she went to a phenomenal university and she double majored in pre-med and in dance. She ended up doing them both. So today I want to tell you about the idea of Procrustes, okay? The concept of conformity versus understanding and appreciating uniqueness. There was a man named Procrustes, and he lived on a mountain near Athens. And he would lure people in to stay at his inn. And he had there a bed. And he would say to them, come, stay on my bed. It's lovely. It's so delightful and comfortable. And then he would trick them, and he'd kind of lock them in, strap them down, and he had to make them conform to the exact specs of the bed. If the person was too short, he would stretch the person out so that it was entirely perfectly from top to bottom fitting the bed. If the person was too long, he would chop them off. It wasn't very nice. And so Procrustes became the villain who was fitting people to a bed. And today we use the term a Procrustean bed to refer to the idea of an arbitrary standard against which we measure someone. And we say, look, I don't care what you want to do. I think that this is the way it needs to be, and you will conform to this standard. You will be this way. And I just want to remind you that one of the most motivating things you can ever do to a young person is to remind him or her of his or her true genius. And not just genius, but unique genius. Every person is uniquely brilliant. And if we say, no, you have to conform to this Procrustean bed that I have preordained for you, it's one of the most demotivating things that I've ever seen in students. And some of the most successful families that I've worked with simply support the kids. They do hold them to a standard of effort, but they don't hold them to a standard of a particular outcome. It has to be this way, or leave the family. It's not that way. And I want to encourage you and challenge you. Think about in your life, do you have any Procrustean beds that you have forced upon yourself or that you have perhaps forced upon your kids? And is there a way that you could extricate those from the situation and thereby free your kids up to be really excited about a personal vision that they have honed themselves? I'll also mention a quote that I like from a book recently written by a guy named Nassim Nicholas. And in his book, it's called The Bed of Procrustes. He writes a quote that I love, and I think this is good and worth keeping with you and thinking about how you can make this happen with your kids. How superb to become wise without being boring. How sad to be boring without being wise. Good news, by the way, about how the story ends. Procrustes gets nabbed by a dude named Theseus, and Theseus puts Procrustes on his own bed and basically stretches him and severs him and kills him in the way that he hurt other people. Isn't that kind of justice? Is this poetic justice? I don't know. But The idea is let your kids know that you appreciate and want to help them cultivate their unique genius, and you will be astounded by how they respond. So that's it for today. No Procrustean beds in your life. Get them out.
Bye-bye then.
And encourage your kids to be fantastically proud of their unique genius. Until next time, this is Scott at Scott Doty TV. Take care.